And good morning from Scotty Ray and Candace, and it's the look of the Irish.
It is.
And she wears her green today, and it's not even St. Patty's Day.
Matches my eyes.
There you go.
They're not that green, but
Looks sort of like the guys, the outfits that were worn on the Budweiser wagon.
oh really?
Yeah, they wore green.
Okay. Yeah.
So.
I did not get a chance to go.
Shame on you.
Well, I was so busy. I wanted to go. I was hoping, but we had to go to. I had to take Alden to a birthday party, and it was like from 2 to 4, so it was midday. And then that morning, I had something to do, and it was just. It was just messed up.
I don't know. You really did miss out on a good event.
I know. I heard it was really good, and all the pictures are so good.
And here's a few. They had a petting zoo here. This was one of the pictures from there. All the kids getting to see the little bitty horses, goats, hogs. They had a little bit of everything in there. Yeah. And then you get, these were just really the star of the parade. Beautiful horses, just like you've seen on all of those Super Bowl ads. Gorgeous as they went through town. This was parked out in front of the Temple Theater when I got there. And
those are so pretty.
They are. And see there how you match them?
Oh, yeah, I do match them, don't I?
But and of course they made their parade route through there, and it was fun. That was a few of the pictures, and I think I've got some more. Let's see here. Let me pull this up. Sherry Neal Vickers shared these pictures on her Facebook page, and they were very good. Let's grab a couple of these as we show this. As she this is looking over 22nd Avenue toward the festival downtown. And as I said, the car thing, I'm not really sold on that just yet.
Yeah,
but
it's different. Though,
it was very different. They had a lot of these cars there that scratch your head. Now, they had some traditional ones also, and I think there's some pictures of those there. This is downtown Meridian looking at the event. A lot of people. Flower child stuff is the way I look at that.
Yeah.
And then this is...
I like this.
Yeah, this they had a street of these right there beside Dumont Plaza. I went down to check those out. The vet was pretty. And then past that, they had a bikers thing.
Oh, okay.
And I saw that, and I'm not sure what you would call that.
What is that?
But,
oh, goodness. The other one looked like something off of Dr. Seuss.
Yeah.
That movie,
and,
Cat in the Hat or something.
Every now and then you do see a chicken riding a goat's back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens there. Well,
Scotty Ray, what you think about that?
Well, if you were looking for a 1996 Lincoln Continental with a horse on the front, a unicorn, maybe this is your car. That's a
mosaic.
Yeah, peculiar.
Mosaic cars.
I can't imagine what would make somebody want to do their car that way. And they just keep going and going and going.
That's some time-consuming art right there.
Yeah. But that was a few of the pictures from downtown Meridian this weekend. It was beautiful, though. The weekend was great. Plenty of people were out in downtown Meridian.
Yes.
Let me see here. I thought I might pull up some more pictures of the horses. This is from Manny Mitchell's Facebook page, and he had some more pictures of the horses. Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, that is so pretty.
Red, white, and blue. And they had this set up right across from the City Hall.
Okay.
I'd never seen that before. That was the first time I'd seen that, and that's the parade route there. St. Louis, Missouri. But beautiful pictures of that. Kids love the horses.
Oh, yeah.
So I hope you did get a chance to see it.
I hate that I didn't get Alden down there to see the horses because I wanted him to see them, but you can't fit everything in him.
I was waiting on you, but no, I didn't hear nothing out of Candace. Stood around the street corner all by myself.
Oh, goodness.
Where's Candace? No, she never showed.
You said, let me know if you're going to get to go.
And I never got to text.
And I didn't, I didn't get to go, so I didn't let you know I was going.
Oh, and I also ran out to Collinsville. This was a big deal this weekend as the Piggly Wiggly celebrated their 20th anniversary this weekend. And Joe and all the gang were there, and he got presented. The preacher told him, and I didn't realize this, Joe never sold alcohol whatsoever there.
I was going to mention that the other day. Yeah, he hasn't.
And he's been blessed with that. And there is the grandkids and all made it out there. And here's the big cake that was cut. So, hate you missed out on the big cake cutting ceremony.
Me too.
But 20 years.
All those good door prizes they had.
Oh, yeah.
They had some really good ones.
It was tons of them. A lot of people showed up to turn out for that to see who won. So I hope you got a chance to get out a little bit this weekend and do something because the weather was just absolutely perfect.
It was. It was really pretty.
Now let's talk about your plans for this evening, because it's a big deal for you and a lot of other moms and dads out there.
It is. My son, Colton, is graduating tonight at West Lauderdale. And, it's supposed to be at 8 o'clock. And let's cross our fingers that, it does not rain. I hope it don't rain.
There's a 20% chance of an isolated shower. And now that you bring that up, we'll just go ahead and give you a picture of what's out there. Now, this is way off from where this is right now, but the showers are out here in Louisiana, right in this area there, and we put that into motion. Always a little chance there that it could come up through here. And hopefully it'll be gone before then. Our chances increase after 1 o'clock this afternoon.
Okay. Yeah, I hope it stays dry, But it is exciting. I'm probably going to be crying because, I just get emotional with stuff like that. It just seems like it's just flown by.
It has.
It's like when they hit 9th grade, the time just flies by after that.
But even if it does sprinkle a little bit, last year the kids didn't even get to do that.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
So
I'll sit out there in the rain. It's good to be able to gather like that again. And just like the birthday party the other day. I mean, it was so nice the kids, they had like a water slide set up and stuff, So nice to be able to do that and the kids be able to get out and play and, socialize. So, it was nice.
I had, trying to think, I hadn't been to a birthday party in quite some time. Oh, yeah, people my age don't want to have them anymore. They don't want to bring attention to it.
My birthday is next month. If anyone wants to surprise me.
Oh, birthday cake time, huh?
Yeah.
You already dropping hints of what you want?
No, I don't do all that, but I'm usually happy with anything if I get anything, or if I don't, or whatever. I'm just glad to be alive.
I'm to that age to where it's not about a birthday present anymore. It's way past that.
I know. Because usually at our age, if you want something, you can go get it. You just go get it.
Right.
So
Candace's biggest worry is, will I have enough air in me to blow out all the candles at once?
I might set the smoke alarm off. I don't know.
But there is an age where you just go back to just putting one candle in it.
Yeah.
Are we there?
Probably so. And I probably should have done that one year when I gave my granddad. He was 75.
Did you put 75 candles?
I put 75 candles on that cake. And you know what happened?
It melted.
By the time I got it from lighting it and got it over to him, it was a sheet of wax on top of the cake. All the candles were so close together, they just melted. So, yeah.
Bigger cake and taller candles. Maybe.
Right.
I hadn't even thought about that, but
it did.
It's not like the number 5 where they're easy to blow out.
I know. But my thought was, he is 75 years old. He's going to have 75 candles.
It was a good thought.
It was a good thought, but it backfired. It didn't work. So, anyway.
As long as you don't catch your toupee on fire when you go to blow them out, life is even better.
Yeah.
Let's say some good mornings to a few folks that are watching this morning.
Galen Bradshaw, good morning to you, and Milton Sable, good morning.
Let's see, today is the 23rd.
17th, yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right, a week from today, we'll go live on TV. I was making sure of that. Also, good morning to Donna Sue Pebbles. Also, Elmer Talbert is watching this morning.
And Downs McKee, good morning to you. And Donna Roseman's watching this morning. Mac
and Betty Phillips are up today, celebrating a wonderful day today. Thank you for watching. Yes. Also, Miss Joyce Godwin is up.
Joseph Elliott says good morning to everyone from Millport in Lamar County, Alabama.
Salute to y'all.
Angela Sloan says good morning from Winston County.
All right, that's
Thank
up there.
For watching.
Louisville bunch in that area there. Teresa LaBeach is watching. Good morning to you also.
Good morning, yeah.
Let's see, Angela Sloan. Let's see, y'all have a question mark candle now.
Yeah, they have. That's what.
Do they?
I don't know. I didn't know they had a question mark candle.
I guess you could put that in the middle of the cake.
Yeah. I'm going to wait till my 50th and then we're going to question mark it. Charlene Etheridge, good morning to you.
Yeah, we appreciate each and every one of y'all watching. And another big thing that I hope this has not slipped your mind, but today is the day that it's all due.
Taxes. If you hadn't got them done, you better get busy.
It should be postmarked by midnight tonight or you got issues.
That's always a fun time, isn't it?
Yeah, used to the post office would stay open, and I'm not sure if that happens to where you could get that stamp there at midnight.
I don't know either. I'm not sure about that.
It used to be a big deal.
I know the accountants are probably glad. Today's the the finish day.
Yeah.
You know.
Extension file, extension file, extension. I'm sure there's a lot of folks try to do that also.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure it is.
Also, I want to say that checks are getting ready to roll out from Washington, D.C. also for the children, that $300 check thing. I think that starts.
I don't know when I thought it was supposed to start in July, but
It may be.
it might start now. I'm not sure.
Nope.
I'm so lost. There's been so many checks sent out here and there. I don't know what this next tax time is going to be crazy.
You may be right. It may be July 4th that is supposed to roll out.
Initially, I thought it was supposed to be from July to December. And so I don't know, unless they've changed it. But, we got another. I'm sure y'all have been getting your little letters in the mail from Washington. You're going to get this stimulus. It's supposed to go into your bank account, all this stuff. And it's like, I've lost count. I mean, I don't know what's what. I don't know if it's something I've already gotten already or if it's something I'm supposed to get. I don't even know.
Let me go out on a limb here. Would you call this maybe possibly trying to sway someone's vote? You think that would have anything to do with it?
I just feel like we're going to end up having to pay all this money back.
Oh, we
or
are.
Our kids are or something. You just can't get free money and expect it to just be free and go on about your business and you'll never see it again. And you know what I'm saying? I'll never see anything about it again.
Remember the housing crash? Something will crash.
Yeah. So.
That could very well be in our future there. The Dollar General in Enterprise was robbed Saturday morning. And they released a video. I played it earlier. It's real grainy of the guy who jumped into a gray, I believe, silver Kia. He hadn't been caught yet. They're still on the lookout for that. But that was robbed. Doesn't say how much money was taken. But, this day and time of robbing a store, think about it. Majority of people use debit cards.
Yeah.
There couldn't be that much cash worth risking going to jail over.
I mean, I don't know if they have to keep. They might have the cash they to change or change.
You'd have a little bit, but I'm saying it wouldn't be a large amount because people just don't use cash like they used to. Maybe a couple $100 or $500 at most. Is that worth going to jail over?
No, I wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't. I don't recommend robbing anybody or anything.
No, but
yeah, that's kind of crazy. Look, this is the story. I don't even know if I should even put it on here, but I just thought it was kind of odd. I was on Facebook yesterday and did you see the little story about in one of the subdivisions kind of over near here?
No, I haven't.
In the Center Hill community, I'll say. Somebody said that a fox came up in their carport yesterday.
What did it do?
And their 10-month-old child was in the carport. Like, I guess they were out there, with the child, but said the fox came into the carport looking like it was intending to attack the child.
Ooh.
And they didn't know if it was a rabid fox or what, but that it was in the subdivision and they tried to get something to kill it and it got away.
But it did not attack the child?
Did not, but thank goodness they ran it off.
Well, that's good.
But that's scary. Just be aware of stuff like that. 'Cause usually when something comes up like that and it's not scared, it could have rabies or something.
Yeah, it could come back.
Right. So be aware in the Center Hill community. It might be a rabid fox. Right?
At least that had a good ending to it.
Oh, yeah. Thank goodness.
As the pandemic began, one of the stories that we start off with, the pandemic as it began, there was a lot of businesses, there's just no way to recover because if you deal with the general public, your business, if you can't be a part of that, it doesn't exist.
Right.
And here's a headline from that as we look at this. Brothers who had a wedding venue, that's what they did for a living. They pretty much lost everything, but they invested $7,900 into this digital
Parity type thing.
And now they're millionaires. $8,000 investment turned into $9 million. Okay. Where were you when I needed advice?
I don't know.
Can you imagine?
I obviously should have took some advice from somebody too.
Red Akins had a song a while back called "Living Right," and they must have been living right because they $9 million. Can you imagine?
About doubling, tripling, quadrupling your money.
I don't know how to figure that.
No.
Wow.
Goodness.
Now I've talked to several people that invested $1,000 and it had a $9,000 return, and they sold it quickly. But $9 million? Oh.
A lot of money.
Yeah, I ain't never invested in nothing done that good. So,
Me either.
Small thoughts.
I don't do investments though. I probably should.
It's
Maybe invest in the market.
becoming
stock market.
the way of the world. But you also risk losing. You know, when you put up your money, you risk losing that.
Oh yeah.
So.
I'm kind of scared of it.
I got a little Facebook stock.
Invest in Dollar General, though. They put one of them up all over the place.
It seems to be a great investment.
Yeah.
And if we could all turn back the hands of time and buy Google and Yahoo, those two would probably,
Right.
yeah, you'd be doing really good on that. Dolly jokes about this, and I put this in the headline of the stories this morning of what makes Dolly so happy all the time. Well, she finally admits why she looks so happy. Well, it's strictly because she gets Botox shots, and her face can't move.
The Botox, yeah. And I have seen people that,
And you see
yeah,
it there.
she kind of does look right there like,
It's because it's sucked in the jaw there.
yeah. You know, you see some, but Dolly always looks good.
Yeah, she does.
Now that kind of looks a little odd right there, the smile. But
That's the normal Dolly that you see here in this picture.
yeah. But you know, some people just look surprised all the time. You know, they because they can do I guess they can get Botox, like hold this up and Botox it up.
And I wish I could grab a picture quickly, but the person you just described was Kenny Rogers.
Oh yeah.
That was, bless his heart. He went a little overboard there before he passed away. And it was almost like the Joker that you were looking at.
Yeah, I've seen some people just, I don't know if he was doing the stuff that they got done, maybe didn't exactly know exactly what they were doing or weren't the best at it. I don't know. But sometimes you just need to leave well enough alone.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. We all gonna, let me tell you something. Every one of us gonna pass away one day. It is coming.
I would be the one to go get like Botox, like have my brows lifted and get Botox, and one wouldn't fall down at some point, and then I'd be stuck like this. I'd be looking disappointed.
Do you know that
Instead of surprised.
they use invisible, fishing line in movie stars and pull skin back and tighten it behind the hairline to take wrinkles out? Let me know when you try that. We'll show that one day.
Yeah, okay.
So you've never done that
I'll
to
let you wait
anybody.
on that. No,
Because it had to have some, how it attaches to your face.
I don't know how you do that. I don't know.
Wow. But it's not that important to me. I'm going to have a few wrinkles when it happens.
I mean, you know, getting the little wrinkles under your eyes and stuff. I mean, that is kind of aggravating when you're trying to, if you're a
Understand.
woman trying to put your makeup on, you know, stuff don't go on just right like it used to. But anyway,
As
men
the
don't have that issue.
dim lights, thick smoke always hide that.
Yeah.
Dolly. But Dolly tells her secret there. Over the weekend, Donald's website crashed, and it was because so many people went on. It's because of the post that he was putting out about Arizona possibly being rigged. We'll watch this. The other guy that is from Arizona says not so. But that did happen over the weekend. And in the same note as we bring up Donald, he's shooting for this. It doesn't mean that it'll happen, but they're shooting for it. His new social media platform is supposed to be up and rolling, hopefully by July 4th to kick off that symbolic day.
Yeah. Independence Day. All right.
So and it would, I guess, be Independence to where you could be able to write what you wanted to and not have it taken off and censored.
You know the Graham Allen guy? Do you know?
I've
who
heard
I'm
the
talking about?
name. What does he do?
He's like a social media guy, but I saw where he's running for, I don't know what state. I want to say Texas, but I'm not sure where he's from, but he's running for Congress now.
And he's a pretty good guy, isn't he?
Yeah, he's real conservative, and he's all about bringing the power back to the people and stuff like that. So
We certainly need that. Now, in one of the big headlines this weekend, and I didn't pull the headline up, but I saw it. Prince Harry, have you seen this where he's making fun of the First Amendment of the United States and
No.
say,
I'm not. I haven't
come
seen it.
on, freedom of speech. He says it doesn't make sense to him. He really needs to mind his own business.
That's why you from.
Yeah. And, you're over here now.
Yeah. Right.
I don't, they will end
Well,
up
I don't know
being
what's to make sense about it. I mean, it's pretty cut and dry.
straightforward.
You know, yeah.
There was a reason we left where you come from.
Anyway, well, I just think, I mean, what's to make sense of freedom of speech?
I know.
Doesn't make sense.
Not to me.
What doesn't make sense is people trying to get rid of it.
And we've got a huge case of that now all across America. As we jokingly mentioned that about social media, people are being hushed. You cannot do that.
I don't know why people just, like I've said a lot lately, why don't you just say no? No, I'm not going to be canceled. No, you're not going to do that. I'm going to say what I want to say.
Right.
And no, you're not going to tell me what to do. I mean, I have freedoms. I have rights.
And, you know, and that's the great thing about the United States is you don't have to agree with your neighbor. They have a right to talk about it if they want to.
Yeah.
That's what makes us all Americans.
Right.
You don't have to agree with everybody, but you
That's
should be
right.
able to voice your opinion.
You
of
should.
whatever it is. There's some I don't agree with, trust me.
Oh, I know. I mean, you don't have to agree with everybody's opinion, but everybody does have one, and they have the right to give their opinion. And I think as long as it stays within certain, certain lines of being appropriate.
Right.
So,
I was tagged in this last night. Somebody had a post up, and I couldn't reply to it. I don't know that it was because I wasn't friends with them or whatever it is, but I couldn't reply to it. But somebody had put up a thread last night about concerts and why the big names never come to our area anymore. And well, it boils down to it's a money thing. Prices on artists are unreal.
oh, right, to get them to come.
Yeah, $1 million+ dollars. There's no place in Meridian that can hold that. And then the acts that you could afford won't draw anybody. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
And then on top of all of that, what you've got to consider after you pay them what they want, there is other expenses of, add another $100,000 to security, stage lights, food, insurance. It's so much that goes into it.
Yeah. I mean, probably is a lot that plays into having, one of those things come to town that people don't realize.
Right.
Just the everyday come to the concert or come to the comedy show or whatever, you don't realize how much money goes into it. So,
Yeah.
but we're always blessed to have whoever come to Meridian. I think it's a great thing, and we hope that more people decide to come in the future. I mean, because we do have a nice facility. The Raleigh Center is a very, very nice facility. The Max. I have not been there, but the pictures I've seen, it's great.
The unfortunate part about that is that they just only hold like 1,000 people. In order to like if you were to bring in Garth or somebody like that, you got to be able to pack them in. Tim McGraw that's over $1 million. You got to have it to where you'd have 10, 15,000 people to be able to afford it.
It'd be,
Our closest thing here now is the Brandon Amphitheater. Pretty cool thing there.
It'd be neat to have something like that here, like a big Coliseum type thing, But anyway.
We had someone ask, are we live? Yes, we are. Someone who is at 23 Ghost, that is watching from Twitch. Yes, we are live. So we appreciate you watching this morning. Let's see here. Also, good morning. LaWanda, she's up. LaWanda Grantham, glad you're watching. Terry Carter joining us, and Galen Bradshaw also. You get put in Facebook jail if you tell too much.
Yeah, he said he tries to give his opinion, but he gets put in Facebook jail,
I think there's a lot of people that have been down that road and put in that.
Yeah.
And boy, the headlines, and I don't cover a lot of it this morning, but there's so much coming out about what's the guy that owned Microsoft, Bill Gates?
Oh, yeah.
Hello.
I did see that.
Affairs. Do you remember when he stepped down?
Epstein, being associated with Epstein,
But do you remember when he stepped down from the board to do other things? Well, it's revealed now. A lady.
What his other things were?
Yes, and it was a lady that worked for him that he had an affair with, and she wrote a letter to the board and said, hey, it was during the Me Too movement.
Yeah.
So he had to step down. So always remember that because, they made a big deal out of it. He was all a lie.
Right.
As it slowly comes out. There's always more to the story than meets the eye.
Right.
Is that the way to word that?
Yeah. And there's a lot of distraction. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to keep something private, let's distract you with something else major over here.
You call your friends at
I think there's a lot of distraction going on right now in government, don't you think?
Oh, yeah.
I think politics.
And it's always a phone call. And if you ever watch that movie, House of Cards, there is so much truth to of what really goes on behind the scenes in politics. If you're up to something, you call up your buddy that's in the news and go, hey, I need you to make this a big story so I can do this. It makes other things fade away.
Yeah.
Just a thought there. Let's talk about our friends out at Freeman Tractor. Boy, they're up in that. I was out there Friday afternoon. They'd done a little work on my mower. I went and picked it up. Got it all going back, ran great. And if you need yours worked on, see Cole or Buttermilk, Coleslaw, they'll help you there, get it all together. Of course, if you're looking for the lawnmower, yours has had it, it's time to get one. You can get into an X-Mark starting at well, roughly $29.99. That's at the beginner's model. You can get all the way up to the 60-inch cut. They've got many different sizes to choose from. And then the Skag, that's your #1 brand in America there. Ride comfortably, will cut, and these are the different styles and chooses. You can get into one of those beginning at $46.99. So something for everybody.
Yeah.
A price budget there. If you're looking for a cabin air conditioner, don't want to be tore up by, well, yellow jackets when you're bush hogging.
yeah, that would be
This is the way to go.
This is the safe way to
You have
bush hog.
radio. You can connect your phone to it inside. Tractors have just changed so much.
Get out in the rain.
Yeah.
Don't have to get wet.
Windshield wipers. You can even work at night.
But they got radios up in them.
Yeah, they do. All of that. Of course, bush hogs, and you can get the attachment there that goes on the front where you can ride down if you've got a pond, or if you're trying to do a roadway there, you can run up in the bushes and do it with your bush hog. Perfect there. Galvanized so your equipment doesn't rust out. Bat wings. You'll like those. Of course, disc, forks, and anything you're looking for. And they've got a brand new one in that I didn't get a picture of this, the tan, the Desert Storm color.
These look like military style.
They are nice too. You can get 0% financing up to 60 months. Cab air conditioner if you'd like that. Also, the open cabs, 550s, 750s. Again, drop in and see them. Freeman Tractor, they'll help you. Coleslaw or buttermilk, they're on Highway 494 for all your blades, belts, anything else you're looking for to help you when it comes to cutting that grass. Although we don't want to do it.
It is that time of year. I'll tell you another thing it's the time of year for is the love bug.
I saw some yesterday.
Gosh, I mean, I hate this season though because you're going over the reservoir of the
I
causeway.
forgot about that.
And they're just constantly hitting your windshield, the front of your car. You got polka dots all over your car when you get home.
And if you leave them on there for long periods of time, it's hard to get off.
It is. I just hate it. I hate it. They get in the house when you open the door. It's awful. Love bugs in the South. If you live in the North, I don't know if you have them up there, but
Yeah, I don't know about that. But and then, boy, you go toward New Orleans from here.
yeah, going to the beach. I've heard people say when they got to the beach, they were just like covered. Their car was covered in them. It's awful. Anyway.
Had to stop those gas stations with that little squeegee and get it all
Yeah, they
off
need
there
the
for you.
fog machine to come on through to get rid of those.
We hinted on this on Friday, or maybe in Thursday we talked about this, of if you got to get gas, make sure to do it in a pickup truck. Don't put it in a car. And if you're hoarding gas, a car is definitely not the way to do that. This is another example of someone that had a crash that had gas cans crammed in the back. This is what happens.
That's awful.
It's bad. Cars burn. You know, here's the Hummer that was packed. We showed that one on Friday,
Yeah.
but that was another incident there.
And always use, I don't know how many smokers we have now. I mean, always use common sense. You carrying a whole back full of gasoline in the back of your vehicle. Don't be smoking up in the car. I mean, don't light us. I mean,
And as we
really.
also learned, was it
Fumes.
Friday, the sanitizer. Don't smoke while you got that all over your hands either.
Yeah, I mean,
Burnt
that
the
is
car up.
common sense, y'all. Common sense.
Now, there's no doubt that there are less smokers today than it was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I just don't see it as much. Even at red lights, you don't see it as much.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not running anybody down. Don't take that
I
wrong
mean,
that
if you
smokes.
smoke,
'Cause
that's your prerogative, you know.
and I smoked for years before I stopped. And it is a very, very hard thing to stop.
I've seen people that have tried to quit smoking, and it is, I mean, definitely a hard thing for them to do.
And I'll be honest,
It's an addiction. I mean, it
is.
is.
I got hooked on it when I was starting out in radio, working the overnight thing, and it helped you. It stimulated you. It made you bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Yeah.
And that's how I got hooked on it overnight with coffee.
Yeah. I've never been a smoker, but you know, not putting anybody down. I mean, I'm for your health. I mean, I would think it would be good for you to quit.
So you've never
But,
dated
you know,
an ashtray?
I have dated back before I got married. I did. I have dated somebody that smoked, and you know, that's. I mean, but that
They're
holding it against anybody.
Yeah.
I just, you know,
And again,
not what I choose to do.
I did. Oh, we got pointed out. Linda Jane said that June we're coming up on National Horsefly Month.
Great, great. That's those things that you don't know that are on you until they've already like bit you.
And you're in a swimming pool. That's really when they like to
Yeah,
get
they
you.
like getting you right here. Come up out of the water, boom.
You
right
had
on
it
the head.
happen, I take it.
Yes, when we were teenagers, we kept like every time we'd come up out of the water, like one would light right on your head and bite you, like right a big old whip right on your head. But the deer flies is what I can't take. The little tiny, they look
Yeah.
like tiny horse flies. If one of those things bites me, I mean, a big, huge spot swells up. I guess I'm allergic.
Must be.
Yeah.
They
Anyway.
get you. New York City has put it out. You've got 30 days to claim your family member if they are being refrigerated in these camps, in the back of these reefer trucks of people that have passed away. If not, they're going to begin to bury them, and 30 days to do that. And that's where the bodies are being kept in these units here.
I did not realize they still had all of those. I mean, I didn't realize that was still
And-
going on. I
and-
thought everybody had been laid to rest already.
And this is where they're going to bury them. This is the place here that they bury everybody here on this island. And
It's so sad to me.
but you have to realize there's probably, and as bad as you had said out loud, there's probably folks that have passed away that did not have family members, and there's nobody to come claim the body.
That's so sad to
It
me.
is. I would hate to be in that situation. I would definitely want.
Yeah. Somebody just asked again, is this live? Yes, it is live. It's
Yes.
a live show.
Yeah, how you doing?
Hello.
And I don't know how you say your name there. B something ice, bitter ice maybe.
I guess.
Man, something like that. That's
So-
from another stream that we're on. So yeah, welcome.
Yes.
Let's see. This guy may be in some trouble now. They've. I'm talking about
Yeah,
Matt.
bitter ice, they said.
Yeah, that's it. Matt Gatea. How do you say his last name?
Gates.
Gates. He had his buddy flip on him, and they've dropped 33 of the charges against his friend. And if he would turn on Matt, we'll see what happens on this. And here's the headline with this. Supposedly, he's paid this girl $17,500 of taxpayer dollars to go to a party with him. Some of these here. One of the girls, I think, was on Survivor, is what they said. It is starting to sound suspicious. I think they've dug deep enough to where they've got something.
Yeah.
Now, can he play this off as, I didn't know what she done for a living outside of that, I hired her to go? That's probably
This
going to
just-
be his stance.
This just seems like it's snowballing, as time goes on. At first I thought, oh, it's just a, conspiracy against him, I guess, or whatever. But
They've
I don't know now.
they've dug and dug and dug and come up with more. And I think this might be one of the young ladies there that went with him. So we'll watch this. This is a developing story as this comes about. What's that old saying of don't cast a stone if you're what you know what I'm trying to say? Don't chunk stones if you're guilty of something.
Don't throw stones.
Yeah, there's an old saying that goes with that.
I don't know.
Make sure your hen house is clean before you accuse somebody else's, so to speak.
Yeah.
So he's got trouble up in the hen house at this point. I'm
Sweep
afraid
around.
there.
Well, this doesn't pertain to that, but I remember one of the sayings was sweep around your own back door before you get around mine.
That's a good
Yeah.
point to that. And I've also heard, since you've got brooms, that you're never supposed to. Is it if you sweep somebody's feet, you'll go after dark, they'll go to jail.
Oh, I had never heard that.
And I remember that because when I was in high
I've
school,
never heard that one.
I worked with a bunch of guys. There was a guy that really believed that. And he would come into the store that I worked at night, and they'd chase him with a broom trying to sweep his
really?
feet.
Oh, really?
And it was funny.
We've got all kind of little sayings in the South, don't we?
Yeah, they
All
are.
kind of
There
little
are.
things.
If you're ugly and you know it, clap your hands. That was one of them.
He who is without sin, throw the first stone.
That's it.
Okay.
I could
Throws
not.
the first stone, yeah.
I could not think of that, and that goes back to when Jesus stopped them there when they were going to stone. But thank you for saying that. And that's Peggy.
Yes.
Thank you, Peggy. I appreciate you pointing that out.
And then somebody said, don't throw stones at a glass house. That's right.
Something to consider, because if you make the right person mad, they're going to come after you
Right.
and find something. Everybody got something in their closet they don't like everybody to know about.
Yeah.
Penn State. Here it is. This is.
Here we go.
Yeah. Here's the headline.
Crazy.
Let's just read this. They're going to drop the terms freshman and senior because, well, it's not nice anymore.
Come on, people.
I-
This is ridiculous.
and that's the Penn State University. I think
I
things.
think people are made of glass, not houses. I think the people.
Because let me tell
Every
you,
little thing, it's going to,
there will
hurt
be another attack on America at some point. We will. Your freedoms do not come free. Speak. I don't know where that come from. They don't come free. And when you're on the battlefield protecting this nation, these little things of saying senior.
Look, before it's
Toughen up.
over with, we all going to look like mimes.
Yeah. Toughen
We
up.
didn't ever say anything. It's crazy. This is ridiculous. I mean, I'm still gonna say senior. I mean, I know
I am
I'm
too.
not on the Penn State campus, but if it ever comes to be a national thing, ridiculous.
It worries me though, big time.
If you got all that kind of mess to worry about, you got too much time on your hands. Get busy doing something. Busy helping somebody.
Idle hands do things like that. There's no doubt. Let's see here. They have found Joe Exotic. You know who I'm talking about.
Tiger King.
He wants out of jail some kind of bad.
He does.
And again, I've only watched 2 episodes of his show. I've never watched the entire thing, so I don't know a lot about this guy. But he now says he has prostate cancer, and he really wants out. He's lost a lot of weight, and he's ready to get out. I don't think they're coming to save you there, buddy.
Yeah, I don't know who would pardon him. I don't think we have a sympathetic administration. So.
But Joe has nothing to gain out of that, does he? I mean, what would it be in it for Joe for his campaign to pardon this guy?
Oh, I don't.
And that's normally how that stuff kind of works there. They gain something of making a group very happy. I just don't see it.
I don't know.
Tiger. Let's see here. What else is going on here? Speaking of tigers, they finally got it apprehended in Houston. The tiger that was loose that was in the neighborhood, they finally got it, and it will spend the rest of its days in a animal shelter. That's it.
Well, that's a good thing that they caught it. Nobody got hurt.
It's a wonder it didn't get shot by the neighbor.
Oh, yeah.
But
I
that's
would worry about kids playing outside. I mean, just different.
There's the picture. I mean, if you had that coming at you, I would have already shot.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it'd be
Mississippi.
tiger down.
It would have been over. It would have been.
Yeah.
But that's the headline there out of Houston today. They have caught them. Now, as we go to this next story, this woman, I do not feel sympathetic for her whatsoever. OnlyFans, you've heard us talk about this site before. It's a site to where you can pretty much sell risque pictures of yourself or live stream various subjects that I don't think I need to say out loud of that nature. But this girl that's 22 years old is on there. She's putting pictures of herself of nearly naked or maybe all the way naked. And she wants to throw a fit that a high school teacher of hers has signed up and is paying to watch her. Hello, and they make it all his fault.
Right.
You're the one getting naked.
Yeah.
If this makes you feel uncomfortable, stop it.
Yeah.
And I think I can show that's her picture there. I won't go any further because it shows nothing bad, but more risque. But if that bothers you, you shouldn't be doing this.
Well, you shouldn't be doing it anyway.
Tell them, girl.
Really. That's another ridiculous thing. I mean, you're going to get on there and undress for the world to see, but don't let this one see it.
Yeah.
I want you looking.
But he made a comment to her that he told her, you were always special to me.
Yeah.
You asked for it.
Right. Just don't do that. I mean, you're 22 years old. You got your whole life ahead of you. Why you want to, in 22 years when you're 44, people are going to go, oh, yeah, that's that girl that was undressed on that social media for the world to see. Don't you remember her? Yeah, she might be.
The reason they do it.
But she's a good mother. Oh, but that's the first thing
Yeah, I agree with that. But they're doing it for the money. Yeah. I mean, a lot of these people are making 150 grand or better a month.
I mean, what are you willing to sacrifice? You willing to sacrifice your whole morals and everything else for $1? I mean, I guess some people do, but
it's selling your soul. Am I right? More or less.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, because some things you just can't come back from. Even when you try, even later on when you mature. If you're 20 years old or whatever, and you've matured later on in life and you've got yourself together and you might want to have a family. I mean, people are going to look at they're still going to remember this. So,
yeah, I just, but don't be jumping on somebody when you're doing something bad. And I see that as bad.
Right. I'm not saying people can't change. I'm just saying there's some things that will kind of stick in people's heads. So, I mean, just don't, if you're 20 something years old and you got your life ahead of you, don't do stuff like that.
Here's just a thought, really. Because this is it's been a long time since I was at my senior prom. But what you do at these events in high school follow you forever. Yeah. Somebody brought up somebody's name the other day. It was about 5 of us there. I go, oh yeah, that's that drunk girl from prom.
Yeah. I mean, people do
20 years
remember
later,
things.
that's all we remember.
Yeah. And I hate, I don't know. It's a thin line, I guess, People can change.
They can.
And I'm not saying they can't change, but people will remember things like this. So then you just got to expect it, because they will, and
God forgives you, but people don't. They don't ever forget.
people are not everybody's forgiven. Some people are. I mean, I personally think, yeah, people do things in their past. It's like somebody was saying the other day, and I know I'm sounding like I'm contradicting myself, I guess, from what I just said. But some people will talk about people, and they will. But there's just people out there
about
that
the gossip.
Yeah, they're going to do that. But it's like somebody. Well, let me see if I can remember it correctly. Somebody said talking about how I used to be is like robbing a house I don't live at. I don't live there anymore. Robbing my old house. I don't live there anymore. So. I mean, people do change, but you got to think about some stuff like this when you do it. This getting online mess.
And more people turn to it every day.
They do.
Don't lose yourself.
Yeah.
Stay grounded is what we're trying to say there.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the Precast Group. If you want to be protected and make sure that when storms come near that you have nothing to worry about, talk to them about a storm shelter today. Don't wait around on it. Get prepared. Get it. They will help you, the Precast Group. They manufacture these here. They're solid concrete. This particular unit weighs 20,000 pounds. They come out, bolt it down. It's not going to move. It's been tested. Steel doors, all made here. They'll deliver it on a truck just like this. 482-0003. This can be put in, again, I've said, before you build your home, when you get your slab, you can put it inside your home. If your home is already built, don't worry. You can still have it installed right outside. Walk right out to it. Or if you prefer the in-ground, talk to the Precast Group. They'll show you. They can show you pictures of the way people have designed them on the inside to put the most people, maybe it's just 2 people that you got going into it, to make it luxurious to where you feel good about where you're going to.
Right.
Make it comfortable. This is one that's built into the side of the hill there. Run down, you're protected. You don't have to worry about a storm touching you. You can equip them, as I said, with whatever you're looking for. But these are those that are buried in ground. See them today. The Precast Group. Get that worry off your mind and make sure that you've got a place to go to when the weather turns bad. And that's what we do a lot of here, is a lot of weather there.
Peace of mind is everything. Ooh. And I mean, to me, it would be worth the investment.
It is.
So
well worth the money. And they'll show you there.
Weather.
Me and you both.
I do.
Let's see here. Not that this is a big deal, but the Pride Group in New York City has banned the police from marching with them through 25. Yeah, there you go. Because they're against law enforcement also.
They said even like policemen who are gay and lesbian policemen, they've even banned them. If they're a police officer, they can't be walking in it. They can't join in it. I don't know. This banning of the police mess is just crazy to me.
Y'all gonna wake up one day and ain't gonna be nobody to call.
Yeah, I mean, what you gonna do? Call one of your friends to come help you? That's fine, but I never thought I would see the day when people would tell the police what to do.
No, it happens now.
I mean, it's like, when did we start telling the police what they could and couldn't do? I don't know. Like we said, and we've been saying, I mean, there are some bad seeds in the bunch.
Yeah, they've always been.
But there's bad seeds in the bunch of anything.
Yeah,
it does not make
the store clerk.
Right. It doesn't make everybody bad, but that's right. The way they want to present it.
Things have changed since 1 Adam 12 is what she's trying to say. And if you go back and you watch shows like that, they really did in those TV shows teach respect to the police.
Yeah.
You don't see that in television anymore.
I just hate it. I just hate that they're not more respected than what they are. I mean, I know there are some bad ones, but there's bad criminals, There's bad people in this world. Not everybody is good,
You put your life on the line every time you get out of a car and walk up to a window and see how it makes you feel. If you're not a little jittery, and, when you say a command, you've been shot at once or twice, when you tell somebody to get out of the car, you mean it.
Yeah.
And it goes back to that. I don't think you understand what they go through until you walk in their shoes.
All in all, if I'm in an area where I don't feel safe and I see the presence of a police officer, I feel somewhat a little more relieved.
Yeah, to be somebody to help you.
I do. So I'm thankful for them. Thank you. Thank you for your service.
Yeah. Let's see here. Dallas is launching a investigation to a toddler that was murdered in a suburban street. And it was done by an edged weapon there. Sad. I mean, that looks like a typical neighborhood here.
Yeah. We have some evil
It is.
people in this world. I mean,
And if you don't have police, you'll have more of this, more and more and more. And I've got a new
when
story.
you don't have law and order, I mean, you got just chaos,
Yeah.
which is what we're dealing with in a lot of areas in this country right now.
Well, here's an example of that. We followed up with this. McDonald's in the Bronx. This is New York, the Big Apple. Crime is up 140% from last year at this same exact time. Well, police can't do what they used to do.
Yeah.
And it will only get worse. The less and less presence, the more you cut out budget, crime will increase.
I mean, I don't think they make enough money. It's ridiculous, some of these salaries that police officers have.
Oh, we've seen it where the starting salary is $15 an hour. Are you going to risk your life for $15?
Okay, when you make more in this country swinging a bat, throwing a basketball through a hoop, running a touchdown, than you do risking your life to keep everybody else safe, whether you be police officers, military, a paramedic, I mean, whatever. I mean, when you make less than a sports person does, I mean, that's insane to me.
It is.
That's where they need to be cutting some of the salaries, I think. But
A lot could come off of that. More they make millions upon millions every year. The folks that are throwing the Friends show is coming back, the reunion, and already starting to complain about who they've booked on the show. They're saying there's not enough people of color being cast for celebrity appearances on the show. It should be a great one.
It's coming back.
They're going to have a reunion.
Oh, that'd be good.
It won't be a weekly show, but it ought to be a good show. It was
I
funny.
used to like that show.
It was very funny. So expect that before too long to be hitting there. But who's the guy? Matthew Perry? Isn't it Matthew? What's that guy's name?
I think it's Matthew Perry.
I mean, they're going to be. Are they going to be able to? They're going to be able to get him all together. Bless your heart.
Sorry. Excuse me.
But he's had issues to where he couldn't.
Yeah. He needs.
He needs some help there. So we don't know what will become of that. Let's see here. We done this story a couple weeks ago where the glass broke. You know, where you walk out on the ledge. That I think it was in Taiwan or somewhere like that.
Yeah.
But this is one of these glass houses here that you can go up to.
No, thank you. Yeah, I don't think I'll be doing that.
Glass elevator.
I know you won't.
No, by any means. It's in Manhattan, 77 stories tall. Look at that.
Goodness gracious. It's beautiful, but not something I would want to.
The floor in the elevator is even. Oh,
no,
I just got dizzy looking at that.
No way.
Look at the. Oh, I'm about to panic.
There's no way I would do that.
I got to turn that off. I'm not kidding. That is creepy.
Oh, Lord. It is pretty, though. I mean, I love open windows and stuff like that. I just don't want to walk to the edge of a ledge and feel like I'm fixing to.
I mean, that made me about dizzy looking at it.
Yeah.
But if you're into that kind of thing, that Manhattan is a place to go for you. I just, I can't
I'm sure that's
handle
a pretty penny. Like those, is it
a penthouse?
Yeah,
You know,
I'm sure that's a lot.
But the last
pages
one,
for the view,
the glass elevator, and it was only 20 floors tall. The Renaissance in Nashville, I've stayed there several times, and I didn't like that. I had to look at the elevator doors, look down at the floor, and go up.
I hate that feeling in the pit of your stomach when the elevator starts to go up or come down, and it just feels like, that sense of you're falling, like when you're asleep. Have you ever been asleep and you feel like you're falling?
You wake up and you're grabbing
Oh
pillows.
gosh, yeah. I hate that feeling.
Yeah.
I don't like elevators either. So
Gives me the heebie-jeebies. Okay, Miss Universe pageant returns tonight. We have now since learned, Miss Mississippi is in that. And
they say she has a really good chance of winning it.
I think that ended with the swimsuit competition when she didn't make it last night.
Oh, she didn't. Oh, okay. 'Cause I
as
did
you go
not
down
see
here,
it.
here she is.
She is a very pretty girl, though.
And that's her. She did not make it to the top 20 in the swimsuit. So she made it to the top 20 altogether. But if you don't make it to swimsuit, you don't go all the way, do you?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure about that.
So that's her. That's Miss Mississippi, who made it to be Miss USA. And you probably don't know the answer to this. Which is a bigger title, Miss America or Miss USA? Miss America is bigger, isn't it?
I mean, I don't really
Didn't
know.
it
I
hold
used to
more
watch.
prestige?
I used to watch all of them. I always thought that Miss America was a little bit. I don't know about now because I haven't watched them in a while, but it was a little more classic and
Elegant?
clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little more. It got a little more. I don't know if you want to say risque looking.
Right.
Like Miss Universe is really. I'm not
Oh, is
saying
it?
Miss USA is, but Miss Universe, it's kind of anything goes.
Oh, see, I've never watched it.
I'm not saying. Well, I shouldn't say anything goes,
But she's saying something.
yeah, a lot less coverage. I'll just put it that way. In the Miss
Smaller swimsuits,
when
maybe?
you got like these people from Brazil and stuff like that, I mean, they're beautiful women though. They got some pretty ladies, but I don't know.
Well, there you
It's
go.
different. You can see the difference. You
Right.
recognize the difference in the
But
pageants.
Miss America has just always been that the it
Right.
thing that I'm as a
And we
kid. I
did have
remember.
a Miss America from right here in Meridian.
Absolutely. Susan Aiken.
Susan Aiken.
Mary
Yeah,
Ann Mobley was from Mississippi.
Yeah, that's right. On our comments, if y'all will comment where you're from, so we'll know. Some people we do know, but
Yeah.
some people we don't know where you're from. It'd be just nice to know how many people we're reaching out there.
Yeah. We'll have some giveaways from San Marcos Mexican Restaurant next week to give away from Chino and all the gang there. If you work for Walmart, good news for you. Starting tomorrow, you can come to work without a mask if you're fully vaccinated. New York Post reporting that this morning.
So my thing is,
Here comes the confusion.
and like also this is for people who shop at Walmart too. I don't think they're requiring masks anyway.
No.
Okay. But these places who have been requiring masks, and now they're saying if you're fully vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask. How do you know who's fully vaccinated? I mean, are you going to ask for their vax card?
That's exactly what they're going to do.
Okay. So you're going to have to show it when you come in the door?
And, it was rumored that the administration wanted to do that, and that's been fought.
Yeah.
You're an American. You're free. This is touchy, a very, very touchy subject. Vinville, Mississippi, popping up on the screen this morning.
All right.
Here's a first for the Ford Motor Company. The great-great-granddaughter becomes the first female board member at Ford Motor Company. Isn't that it?
That's neat.
Yeah.
That's a good thing too.
Is it?
We need more women in the
Okay.
work.
I don't know anything about her. I'd have to.
I don't know anything about her either. I did watch a movie about how Ford come to the beginning of Ford
He's tough, wasn't he?
vehicles. Yeah, he was.
And of course, all that went down before they had unions, and unions were a good thing because people were overworked back in the day to get those cars out, and it was stinking. And the Rockefeller, do you watch all that where they hired the Pinkertons to make their employees and shootouts? That was.
Did you watch the movie about the Harley Davidsons? Did
Yes.
you see that? That was a neat one too. How
It
that
is.
came to be.
What was it? The Men That Made America? Is that the name of that series? It was on Discovery Channel, something like that.
It was something. Yeah, it was a good. It
was
something to
entertaining.
watch. It was really neat. I like seeing how things came to be. Like that because a lot of hard work went into stuff like that.
Yeah.
And how it started to be like into what it is now, what it's turned into, just an empire, So, anyway.
North Alabama checking in with us. Also, Shiloh community out near Causeyville watching this morning.
Tomb Suba, Mississippi. Alan Nicholson's from Tomb Suba, and Carolyn is from Scuba.
Now, we brought this up a while back that Tom Cruise had put his Colorado mansion up for sale for 30, I think he wanted 40 million. He did knock off a little bit. It has sold. It sold for $39.5 million. And that was the view of the house sitting there, and that was the inside of it. But beautiful, but $39 million. That's some serious money. All I can
Sure,
say.
it belonging to Tom Cruise played a big factor in the
Yeah,
cost.
it would be. I've never watched this guy. I've only seen clips of him on Facebook and the internet, but Don Lemon made an announcement last week that his show was ending. Well, the truth to the matter is they're just really changing the name of the show. He's still there. They just changed the name of how it was worded, and it caused a frenzy on the internet, and, well,
Yeah.
it's all straightened out now. So in case you were worried about that.
I have watched him before, but
His beliefs and mine
Yeah.
aren't quite the same.
Yeah, I didn't quite agree with a lot he said. So
Yeah,
but anyway,
he seems to
each his
think a
own.
lot different. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it is.
Like we said, everybody has their own opinion. So
This lady heads to court today. This is her, and it will be virtual. This is the lady that supposedly got her gun and her taser confused and shot the young man. And that's in Minneapolis, 10 blocks from where George Floyd was shot. We'll see what happens with that. I don't think it's going to be a good outcome for her.
and that's awful. I mean, it really
The whole
situation was awful. It really was. But to think you had a taser and you actually had a gun would be very, very
Absolutely. So,
horrible.
everybody involved in that situation, that's just bad. I don't know what to even say about that. Horrible situation there. As we, in the state of Mississippi, I think it was in southern Mississippi over the weekend, we had somebody's car break down and they ran off the road and they got up and they were struck by a car after they come up on the highway.
Oh, goodness.
And it was at nighttime and that's what caused it. They'd had a wreck.
Well, I will say this. Kemper County Sheriff's Department, thank you. I don't know who the deputies were, but my daughter had
Sheriff
a
James
tire blowout on this weekend. And I want to say it was Saturday night, maybe. Anyway, she called me upset, and we were headed, she was right outside of Scuba, between Scuba and Macon. And she called us on the side of 45, sitting by herself, which I do not recommend. And I've said that 15,000 times to her. But anyway, we were headed there to change her tire. And the Kemper County Sheriff's deputies came by and changed her tire for her. And I wanted to speak to them, but she would not let me. I wanted to tell them thank you over the phone. She's like, Mother, no.
Don't blame her.
So I want to give a public thank you out to those officers. If you're watching or if you know somebody who did that, thank you. We appreciate you.
So that happened somewhere in between Scuba and Waukalock, Mississippi.
I guess.
Wahalik.
Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, I was worried because anytime you have to pull off on the edge of the road, and I did not want her out there trying to mess with it,
Yeah.
But thankful they came by right at the right time. So.
Yeah, that was a good turnout today.
It was. Thank you.
Our friends over at Sanders Gas would like for you to know that if you're having trouble with your air conditioner, and we're starting to see by the 29th and the 30th, 90-degree weather forecasted. So it's coming. Although it's nice still to where you can raise up your window right now, that's not going to continue. And if your air conditioner unit is not working properly, talk to them. $69.99 will get you a tune-up. They'll get it cleaned out, get it going. If you need some Freon, they'll help you out there also. If it's dead, they can replace it. Some of them just can't make it anymore. Maybe you've had yours for 20 years or so. If it needs an adjustment, Sanders can do it same day. If you call and something's not working, they'll come on out and help you out there. And of course, generators, they're there if you're looking for this. As hurricane season is approaching, you want to make absolutely sure that you've got power when all else fails. Talk to them about a Generac system.
Yes.
A lot of people have signed up for this.
I know, because I mean, it's not just operates one little thing. It can operate your whole home.
Yeah. No longer do you have to run the extension cord and choose, okay, my refrigerator or my freezer, which one do I want to save?
Right.
Very affordable here.
And it runs on propane? Is
Yes,
that correct?
propane. You don't have to worry about any longer going out and, hey, and we got flowers by that now. It looks better. I'm going to take a new picture.
Well, that still looks good just by itself.
But this is what it
Not a
looks
bad
like there.
looking. It's not like some
No,
of these things.
it's
that are
not an
just hideous.
eyesore.
Right.
It blends in, and of course, you can camouflage that if you'd like to, and do it however you want to. Landscape around it, it'll look good. End of the day, they'll come out, check out your home, tell you what size you need, and it'll save you money in the long run because you won't be standing in gas station lines trying to get 5 gallons worth of gas to keep you going one more day. There you go. All at Sanders Gas there here in Meridian. Check them out. They'll do that. Now, as we mentioned, today is graduation day, a pretty big deal.
It is.
I hope you'll go out and support the kids. And then also, don't forget, this is tax day, postmarked by midnight tonight.
I know that, if I'm not mistaken, on the graduation, if you plan to attend the graduation, I think all of the students who are graduating have been given so many tickets.
Oh, is that
and
how
I
it
think
works?
you have to have a ticket to attend. Now, if there's any kind of question about that, you might want to call the school that is having the graduation. But I know ours at West Lauderdale, they're giving the students tickets. So, and usually they have I think it's 18 tickets per student. So, and a lot of times if somebody's got too many, they'll give them to somebody else,
Right.
But just be aware of that, because I would hate for somebody to show up and and want to attend and they don't have a ticket, you know.
That would
maybe
be.
didn't know. So
Let's take a quick look at radar as we talk about all the graduations that are going on tonight. It's only a 20% chance of showers for us after 1 p.m., and it's isolated. I'm not talking it'll be major anywhere. It's just isolated. As we look at the big picture of radar this morning, this is what we've got. Louisiana and Dallas getting the most, and we've got some up in Indianapolis. As you zoom in on the Dallas, Texas, Fort Worth, it's a little bit easier there. Tyler, Texas got some strong thunderstorms. That's not going to affect us at all as we go into Louisiana here around Lake Charles, Louisiana. Always take that bypass around it. It's a lot simpler if you're headed through there. Beaumont getting a lot of rain. Heavy construction always there on 10 as you pass through there. As we get closer to home here through Lafayette, Baton Rouge, New Orleans, getting some showers this morning. Slidell as well. As we go up, is way out to our west. Here's Meridian, Mississippi sitting here. Light showers approaching Jackson. And let's put this in motion just to show you how these storms are moving today. And they are lightly. As you look, this heavier rain is going to go north of us. And it would only be this little bitty light stuff here that would make its way to our area. So it's looking good for graduation. Again, we can't rule out that you might not get just a teeny bit of a sprinkle here and there.
yeah, just take your umbrella just in case, or have it handy
Yeah.
just in case. So
All right. We want to say thank you to each and every one of you. Linda Culpepper, who is watching from North Alabama this morning.
yes, and Ray Gafford, he's watching, and Armadillo's back today. He says happy Monday to Scotty Ray. I don't know about the Queen.
The Queen. I'm going to get you a little crown
Yeah,
there
get me a little crown.
and a sash
Yeah, so,
in honor of Miss Universe tonight.
goodness. Thank you, though. Thank y'all for watching. I mean, y'all are a great addition to our program every day, and we really appreciate hearing from everybody and your opinions, whether they be good or bad. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a little bit of everything. So, but we do appreciate you and the kindness too that everybody's shown us.
Now, again, our time will be changing next week. Monday morning, we'll switch to 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. We'll move it back 30 minutes, and that's for the television as we go on to MeTV. We'll have some giveaways starting next week also of getting some folks some Chino Bucks there to eat at San Marcos Mexican Restaurant, and a few other things that are going to be coming up.
That's right. We'll be on the MeTV, channel 24, and you can watch us live on there at 8 a.m. And you can and it's still going to have the media stream, so you can still comment. And while we're on the air on the TV, we can also interact with you.
Yeah, and that's it'll be the only one in this area that does have the interaction while we're live. So, and this is the channel that will be on here. Let me show this here. This is Me 24. That's 24.3 on your antenna. On Comcast, it's channel 248. And on Max South, channel 114 is where we'll be there. And that's starting a week from today.
Yes.
Same thing. We'll still be right here like we have been streaming. We're not going anywhere. It's just an extra addition to where more people can watch.
Yes.
A few tweaks here and there, but nothing drastic.
And I think it'd be great. Like when the weather, especially, Scotty Ray's going to be, I think he's going to be.
Yeah, we'll be there with
chiming in
Twin
with the
States.
weather.
Twin States News will be severe weather. We'll be on top of that as well. They'll carry Scotty Ray's weather.
So you also, though, can still watch it on your phone if you would like to. So
And that's how you can comment with us. It won't be anything else like that in town.
I think it'd be great.
It
Because, I
is.
mean, a lot of people, when Scotty Ray's on with the weather, they're like, okay, where's it at? Where's it,
Yeah.
Because a lot of them have, if, say you lose if you have.
Well, your cable, Comcast, if it goes out, then you can't see television anymore.
Right. But you can, still,
Online.
a lot of people can still watch it online on their phones. So.
Oh, and good news on this. Friday afternoon, I sit here and I witness something that I don't know what happened, but I'm told I'm good now.
What?
But do you remember the last storm that we had where Comcast was wiped out?
Yes.
Okay, I now have a backup signal installed and had that done. A big thank you to John David Friday for installing that for me. I don't understand what he done, but I have another. If that goes down, it takes a few seconds. It's just like a generator. When cable goes out, the internet, it switches to a new cable internet service.
Well, that's great.
So 2 ways.
Great to know.
If worst, it would be down 30 seconds and then come back up in between the switch. But I did get that taken care of.
Well, I know a lot of people are thankful for you, Scotty Ray.
Thank you.
Including me. I'm always watching when the weather gets bad.
The air chair is always open for you if you want to
Well,
come
look,
out.
I'm always I'm hunkered down somewhere with my kids. So
And I
unless
get
you want
that.
me to bring all them with me.
Be passing Cheetos.
Yeah.
Again, thank y'all so much. We'll be back tomorrow morning beginning at 8:30 as we move into a Tuesday. Have a wonderful day. Taxes are due and graduation, and mostly sunny for the most part today.
I know yeah, it is. And it was a beautiful weekend. Hopefully it'll be a beautiful day. Maybe a little cloudy, but
Yeah.
but still enjoy it. Especially if you're off today. If you happen to be off, enjoy it.
Like somebody I know.
Like me.
We'll see you tomorrow morning. Thank you for watching this morning.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by